In today's video, we'll take a deep dive into the MyPlay Space Invaders watch. We'll see what's included in the box, go through the pre-installed applications, check out Space Invaders and the included control methods, and much more. I'm John, and welcome to Wagner's Tech Talk. We have many options when it comes to connected watches, the Apple Watch, the Galaxy series, Android watches, but that isn't what we have here. The MyPlay Space Invader watch doesn't have Wi-Fi nor Bluetooth and won't connect to your phone, but that's part of its appeal. The display is a 1.91-inch 240 by 296 touchscreen display and with an IP67 waterproof rating. I backed this product on Kickstarter, but it's now available on Amazon, and I'll have links below if you're interested. Wait, did you see that? When I picked up the box, the watch screen came on. Yeah, that's interesting. This package includes a second watch band in black and white, and I also picked up a few extras during the Kickstarter. Under the second watch band is the charging cable, which uses magnets to attach to the back of the watch and charges over USB. On the first power up, you'll see this QR code for the user's manual, and then you'll manually set the date and time. You'll then be prompted to set your daily step goals, which increment or decrement by 500. When you're done, just tap Save to save your settings. There are 9 watch faces built in. You can just swipe down up or up down to scroll through each of the watch faces until you find the one that you want to use. When you swipe right to left, the heart rate monitoring application will appear. Swiping again shows the steps you've taken. Yeah, I need to work on that. And the estimated calories burned, along with an overall summary of your game score, calories, and steps. Another swipe takes you into the Space Invaders game. There are 2 ways to play, but the pre-configured option is to use the dial on the right to move the ship left or right, then tap on the screen to fire. With this option, I prefer to play it off my wrist. The dial works, but it takes a little getting used to playing this way. To exit a game, push in on the side button for a few seconds, and then just tap on yes to quit the game. To charge the battery, which we'll discuss in more detail in a few moments, the included proprietary charging cable just attaches to the contacts on the back via magnets. The watch band can be removed by pushing the metal rod slightly and then pulling up. Then the opposite for reinstalling the band. The band that was pre-installed is my personal favorite, but I'll go with this one for now. And I almost forgot to mention, the speaker may be found on the left-hand side of the watch. And sounds pretty good. There are a number of handy applications built in. Here I've set an alarm for 8:30 a.m. One thing you can't do is set an alarm based on a specific day, so you'll have to remember to turn your alarms on or off on days you don't want them to get triggered. I'll back out and let's see what happens when the alarm goes off. As you would expect, from here you can either snooze or stop the alarm. There is a countdown timer. You can set hours, minutes, and seconds. If you exit the timer and come back into it, it will pick up where it left off. Notice here it took several touches to start the timer. The touchscreen isn't as accurate as it should be, and we'll see more of that as we progress. If you're using the stopwatch, it works as long as you keep this screen on. If you exit and come back in, the stopwatch resets. The calendar is very basic. It does highlight the current date and allows you to move forward or backward. The calculator works, but again, the touchscreen has issues picking up some of the buttons, which can be a bit frustrating. For me, it was particularly the C or clear button up at the upper left and the equal sign in the lower right. Under Settings, you have 2 options for controlling the ship in Space Invaders. With option B, you can drag your finger on screen and press the side button to shoot. This is likely the best way to play either on your wrist or off. However, personally, I would like to see an option C that auto shoots and allows you to move the ship just using the touchscreen. This would be a more ideal way to play on your wrist, in my opinion. However, that option does not exist currently. There is a battery indicator to let you know how much remaining charge is left. However, we'll do more battery testing shortly. Date and time simply allows you to change the date or time, which we've already seen. Under power, you can restart or power off the watch. In fitness, you can adjust your goal steps per day by pressing the plus or minus to increment or decrement by 500 steps. The screen brightness can be adjusted either with the slider or the dial, whichever you prefer. The display option is how long the screen remains on until it auto shuts off. The volume level can be adjusted all the way down, basically turning the sound off, or fairly loud. However, in a noisy environment, it may be difficult to hear. Fortunately, it does have vibration alerts as well that work for alarms and timers. The wake option automatically turns on the screen when you raise your wrist. The About option simply shows you the developer of the watch and that it's an officially licensed Taito product. In near direct sunlight, with the watch pointing at the camera and the brightness set to 80%, the screen is viewable in direct sunlight. In terms of battery life, I charged the battery to 100% on Saturday around 4 p.m. At the time of this recording, it's now Monday at 8:36 a.m. and the battery is at 46% with about 45 minutes to 1 hour of game time in. From this estimate, you should easily get 2 or more days of use from a single charge. Steps are being calculated at what appears to be correctly. My prior step count was reset overnight. When you swipe to the right, you get a cool little animated update showing your high score for the day, calories burned, and steps taken. I did mention a few of the issues encountered early in my testing to the developers, and the good news is they are receptive to design iterations. So some of the issues may be resolved in future versions of the watch firmware. I don't know if existing watches can be upgraded, and I won't speculate. Given the touchscreen issue, the stopwatch not running on exit, and the lack of an auto fire option, it's still a product I enjoy using. If I hear any more from the developers about future updates, I'll add a pinned comment below. However, I can only base my review on my own personal experience with the product at the time I received it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please let me know by clicking the like button. And if this is the type of content you love, well, I hope you stick around by subscribing to the channel. And with that, I look forward to talking with you again very soon.